Some people wake up swollen, tired, or foggy every single morning, and they think it's just aging. But the truth is painfully simple. Your kidneys are fighting through the night, and they're losing. What if just one mistake before bed is silently raising your creatinine, trapping fluid, and stealing your energy? And what if 4 simple fruits could reverse that damage while you sleep? Tonight might be the first night your kidneys finally get to rest. Your kidneys don't rest when you sleep, but the danger is that many people think they do. Kidneys continue filtering at night even when the rest of the body slows down. They keep removing waste, balancing fluids, and managing blood pressure through every hour of sleep. Because activity drops, the bloodstream can carry more waste than usual, and this puts steady pressure on the kidney filters. When someone goes to bed with a high salt load, high blood sugar, or mild dehydration, the kidneys work harder through the night, instead of recovering. Over time, this becomes a silent problem that many people don't notice until symptoms appear in the morning. During the night, toxins can rise because the body is not drinking water, not moving, and not burning energy at the same rate. This allows waste to circulate longer. When filters are already strained, this buildup creates a heavier load by the time morning arrives. People often wake up with swelling in the face, puffiness around the eyes, tightness in the fingers, or slight heaviness in the legs without understanding why. Morning headaches and a stiff feeling behind the eyes can also be early signs that the kidneys struggled overnight. These symptoms may seem normal or harmless, but they often reflect how well or poorly the kidneys handled their nighttime workload. Older adults experience this even more because blood vessels are less flexible and kidney function naturally slows with age. People with pre-diabetes face the same issue due to unstable blood sugar levels that keep pressure on the kidneys while they are supposed to repair. Many ignore these signs, thinking they are just tired or aging, but the truth is that overnight strain quietly builds over years. The damage grows slowly, making it easy to overlook until it becomes noticeable in daily life. But if night is the most dangerous time, it's also the time with the highest healing power if you give your kidneys the right tools. Your body has only one chance every 24 hours to repair kidney filters, and it happens while you sleep. At night, the kidneys shift into a different rhythm. The filtration rate, known as GFR, naturally slows down so the kidneys can conserve energy and focus on repairing their tiny filters. This slowdown is normal and healthy, but it also means the kidneys are more sensitive to any extra strain during sleep. Because the body is resting, inflammation levels usually fall, giving the kidneys a chance to recover from the stress they handled throughout the day. This drop in inflammation is one of the few moments when the kidneys can actually heal instead of just filtering. Before sleep, certain compounds from food begin activating inside the digestive system. Natural fibers, antioxidants, and plant compounds start working in the gut, helping trap waste and lowering the amount of harmful material entering the bloodstream. This is why the food choices made before bed matter more than most people realize. When digestion supports the kidneys at night, less waste reaches the blood, and the kidneys can focus on repair instead of emergency filtering. The gut and kidneys work closely together during sleep. If the gut is slow, irritated, or overloaded, more toxins slip into the bloodstream and force the kidneys to work harder at a time when they should be resting. If the gut is calm and supported, the kidneys experience less pressure. This connection becomes especially important for people with constipation, bloating, irregular digestion, because these issues increase the kidney load through the night. Poor sleep breaks this entire process. When someone tosses and turns, wakes often, or sleeps lightly, the body releases more stress hormones. These hormones signal the kidneys to stay alert instead of entering repair mode. This leads to higher blood pressure at night, more filtration stress, and less healing by morning. But most people are unknowingly blocking this healing window through one hidden habit. Here's the twist most people never see coming. The real nighttime enemy isn't only the food someone eats during the day. The biggest damage often comes from a combination of 3 silent problems that build up in the evening: a rise in blood pressure, a spike in blood sugar, and a slowdown in the gut. These 3 issues work together in a way most people don't realize, and they keep the kidneys inflamed throughout the night even if the person thinks they are resting. When evening blood pressure rises, the small vessels inside the kidneys are forced to stay tight and active instead of relaxing. This tension makes the kidneys push harder to filter the blood, which prevents their repair cycle from starting. Many people assume their blood pressure only matters during the day, but nighttime pressure is what truly decides whether the kidneys improve or deteriorate. Late-night sugar spikes add another layer of stress. When someone eats sweets, heavy meals, or high-carb snacks before bed, their blood sugar jumps and takes hours to settle. High sugar thickens the blood slightly and forces the kidneys to filter more waste when they should be slowing down. This creates a kind of overnight traffic jam in the bloodstream, leaving the kidneys stuck in overwork mode until morning. Gut stagnation completes the problem. When digestion slows down at night, especially after a heavy or late meal, waste sits longer in the intestines. As it sits, more toxins seep into the bloodstream. These toxins travel directly to the kidneys, adding work at the exact moment the kidneys should be healing. People with constipation, bloating, or irregular digestion feel this even more strongly because the gut releases waste into the blood for longer periods. This combination explains why so many people wake up swollen, heavy, or tired. Puffiness around the eyes, tightness in the fingers, and ankle swelling are signs that the kidneys spent the night under pressure instead of recovery. Morning headaches and dryness can also appear, especially in older adults or people with prediabetes. These symptoms seem normal, but usually point toward nighttime kidney strain. And this is exactly where the first fruit becomes a silent protector. Imagine if one small handful could guard your kidneys for 8 hours straight. Blueberries have a unique combination of plant compounds that make them one of the safest and most effective fruits to support the kidneys at night. Their deep blue color comes from anthocyanins, natural pigments that act as protectors for the small blood vessels inside the kidneys. These vessels are responsible for moving blood smoothly through the filters, and when they stay flexible, the kidneys work with less strain. Anthocyanins help keep these vessels relaxed and reduce irritation caused by high blood pressure or daily stress on the body. Blueberries also lower inflammation in a gentle but steady way. Nighttime is when the kidneys depend on reduced inflammation to repair their tissues, and the anti-inflammatory effect of blueberries creates a calmer environment for this healing. People who deal with swelling, mild fluid retention, or morning puffiness often benefit from this simple reduction in irritation. The fiber in blueberries adds another protective layer. This fiber works inside the gut to trap toxins and waste compounds before they can enter the bloodstream. When fewer toxins move into the blood at night, the kidneys to have a lighter workload. This can make a real difference for people who experience slow digestion or gut discomfort, because the fruit helps block some of the waste that would otherwise reach the kidneys during sleep. Blueberries are also safe in terms of minerals. Their potassium content is moderate, making them suitable for most people who need to watch their levels. This balance allows the fruit to offer benefits without overwhelming the kidneys. For even better nighttime stability, blueberries work well when paired with a small amount of yogurt or cottage cheese. The protein slows digestion, prevents sugar spikes, and helps maintain steady energy while the body rests. A simple half-cup serving eaten 1 to 2 hours before bed is usually enough to support the kidneys without causing discomfort. But protection is only the first step, because the next fruit does something blueberries cannot. Blueberries work, but only if you avoid the mistakes almost everyone makes. Many people assume that all blueberry servings are healthy, but a few common errors can cancel their benefits. One of the biggest mistakes is choosing sweetened blueberries, especially packaged or canned ones that come with added sugar. This extra sugar raises blood glucose before bed and forces the kidneys to handle more waste through the night. Another mistake is pairing blueberries with sugary cookies, cereals, or desserts. This turns a healing food into a heavy load that keeps the kidneys active instead of allowing them to rest. The correct portion for nighttime support is simple: about half a cup. This amount provides enough antioxidants and fiber without creating digestive heaviness or increasing sugar load. Some people think eating more will offer more protection, but oversized portions can cause bloating or raise blood sugar levels. Both frozen and fresh blueberries can work equally well. Frozen berries often contain the same nutrients as fresh ones because they are frozen shortly after harvest. The key is choosing unsweetened varieties. Fresh berries should feel firm and dry, not mushy. To store fresh blueberries, keep them in the refrigerator, in a dry container. Avoid washing them until just before eating, since moisture can cause them to spoil faster. Frozen berries can stay good for months, and are often more affordable. A simple mini recipe for nighttime is a small bowl of plain yogurt or cottage cheese topped with a handful of blueberries. This combination offers protein for steady digestion, antioxidants for vessel protection, and fiber for gut support. It's light, filling, and easy to digest before sleep. Now let's move to the fruit that doesn't just protect. It rewrites your sleep cycle. If your nights are restless, your kidneys are suffering, and this fruit fixes both. Tart cherries offer a rare combination of nutrients that support both sleep and kidney recovery at the same time. They contain natural melatonin, the hormone that signals the body to wind down and prepare for deep rest. Unlike strong supplements, the melatonin in tart cherries enters the bloodstream gradually, helping the body move into a smoother sleep rhythm. This steady release allows more time in deeper stages of sleep, which is when the kidneys shift into repair mode. Research has shown that people who consumed tart cherry products before bed experienced up to 90 minutes of additional sleep on average. More deep sleep means the kidneys get a longer window to lower inflammation, repair filter tissues, and balance fluid levels. This is important because restless sleep keeps stress hormones high and forces the kidneys to stay active instead of healing. Tart cherries also contain anthocyanins, the same protective compounds found in blueberries, but in higher concentrations. These pigments help calm irritated blood vessels and reduce inflammation that can block nighttime recovery. When the vessels around the kidneys stay relaxed, blood flows more smoothly, and the kidneys filter waste with less strain. This gentle support can help people who wake up with swelling, heaviness, or pressure around the eyes. The ideal portion is about half a cup of whole tart cherries or a small serving of diluted juice. If using juice, 4 to 6 ounces mixed with an equal amount of water works best. This method offers the benefits of the fruit without sending too much sugar into the bloodstream at once. Drinking large amounts of undiluted juice late at night can raise blood sugar and interrupt sleep, which is why the diluted approach is more effective. But the real twist is something almost no one mentions about cherries. The next discovery shocked even researchers. Most people assume that morning puffiness starts inside the kidneys, but a large part of it actually begins in the gut. When digestion slows down in the evening, food stays in the intestines longer than it should. As it sits, waste releases, compounds that move into the bloodstream. These circulating wastes travel straight to the kidneys and increase their workload during the hours when they are supposed to be repairing. This is why someone can go to bed feeling normal but still wake up with swollen eyelids, a heavy face, or tightness in their fingers. Slow digestion is one of the biggest hidden causes of morning fluid retention. When the gut becomes sluggish, more toxins enter the blood overnight, and the kidneys are forced to filter harder to keep up. This leaves less time for healing, and more time spent in overwork mode. People who struggle with bloating, constipation, or irregular bowel movements feel this effect strongly, even if they don't notice it happening. The body cannot rest properly when the gut is still releasing waste into the bloodstream through the night. Tart cherries help this system indirectly. Their sleep-supporting effect allows the body to relax, and better sleep lowers inflammation, which can reduce some swelling. But cherries alone cannot stop the flow of waste coming from a slow digestive system. They support the process, but they do not address the root cause of morning puffiness. The missing piece is a food that can bind waste inside the gut before it enters the blood. This step reduces the amount of toxins that reach the kidneys at night. Without this binding support, even healthy nighttime habits can't fully prevent swelling or heaviness in the morning. The body needs a gentle fiber source that forms a gel-like texture, holds harmful particles, and moves them out through the intestines before they can travel anywhere else. This type of fiber lowers the overall load on the kidneys and creates a calmer environment for nighttime healing. It also supports smoother digestion, which helps prevent the slow buildup that leads to morning discomfort. And only one fruit has the power to trap waste before it ever reaches your blood. Your kidneys can't detox what never enters your bloodstream, and this fruit makes that possible. Apples contain a special type of fiber called pectin, and this fiber plays a direct role in easing kidney load during the night. Pectin works by binding to waste particles inside the gut before they can travel into the bloodstream. When these wastes are trapped early, the kidneys never have to filter them. This simple action can reduce the amount of harmful material reaching the kidneys while you sleep, which gives the filters more space and energy to repair. When pectin mixes with water inside the digestive system, it forms a soft, gel-like structure. This gel holds onto toxins, cholesterol-like compounds, and residues left behind from food. Instead of moving into the blood and increasing kidney work, these trapped wastes leave the body through the intestines. This process may seem small, but it can reduce certain waste markers by around 5 to 10% when done consistently. For kidneys that work non-stop, even a small reduction makes a noticeable difference over time. Apples also offer balanced nutrition with safe levels of potassium. This makes them a steady option for people who need to limit mineral intake without giving up fruit entirely. Their natural sugars release slowly, which helps stabilize energy at night and avoids the spikes that increase kidney strain. Both raw and stewed apples can be helpful. Raw apples provide more fiber bulk, while lightly stewed apples are easier to digest and may suit people who experience bloating. Stewing the apple softens the texture without removing the important fiber. A sprinkle of cinnamon can add flavor without adding sugar. The best timing is 2 to 3 hours before bed. This allows enough time for digestion to start and for pectin to form its gel before nighttime repair begins. Eating apples too close to bedtime may cause mild discomfort or reflux in sensitive individuals, so timing matters for the best effect. But even after cleansing and calming, there's one last weakness the kidneys still face. The wrong type of apple or the wrong timing can completely cancel the benefits. Many people assume that anything made from apples will help, but apple juice is one of the biggest problems. Juice removes the pectin fiber that traps toxins, leaving behind mostly sugar. This sugar enters the bloodstream quickly, raising blood glucose and forcing the kidneys to handle more waste during the night. Without the fiber, the main benefit of apples is lost. Another common mistake is eating too much fruit late at night. Even healthy foods can cause bloating and slow digestion when eaten in large amounts before sleep. A heavy load in the gut keeps toxins circulating longer and increases pressure on the kidneys. A simple half-apple serving is usually enough. More than that may create discomfort or slow the digestive process. The best pairings for nighttime stability include a small amount of peanut butter or a piece of cheese. These add protein and healthy fats that slow digestion and prevent sudden sugar increases. This keeps energy stable through the night and reduces the strain on the kidneys. These combinations also help satisfy late-night hunger without adding stress to the digestive system. Soft-cooked apples can be especially helpful for seniors or people with sensitive digestion. Stewed apples are easier to break down, and their softened texture reduces the chance of bloating. They still provide pectin and fiber, but in a gentler form. For people who must watch potassium levels, a smaller portion is safer. Half of a small apple or a peeled apple can reduce the mineral load while still offering the fiber needed for nighttime binding. And now we reach the fruit that completes the healing cycle. When circulation improves, kidneys heal and no fruit improves nighttime flow like this one. Red grapes carry a mix of resveratrol and polyphenols that directly support the small vessels connected to the kidneys. These compounds help the vessels stay flexible, which makes it easier for blood to move smoothly through the filters. When circulation is calm and steady, the kidneys face less pressure and can focus more on repairing tissue during the night. Resveratrol is especially known for its effect on vessel tone. It helps reduce stiffness and irritation inside the blood pathways, allowing better movement of blood through the kidneys. Studies have noted improvements of up to 15% in blood vessel flexibility with regular intake of grape-based polyphenols. Better flow means the kidneys are not fighting resistance and can filter waste more efficiently without becoming overworked. This improvement often results in less puffiness or heaviness in the morning, especially for people who wake up with swollen eyelids or tightness in their hands and feet. Red grapes also offer gentle hydration. Unlike large drinks before bed, grapes release their water slowly through digestion. This means the body stays hydrated without causing frequent bathroom trips at night. The slow release supports the kidney's natural rhythm and helps maintain fluid balance during sleep. This is especially helpful for people who wake up feeling dry or tired despite drinking enough water during the day. The perfect portion is 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup. This amount provides enough resveratrol, antioxidants, and water without overwhelming the digestive system. Eating more can raise sugar intake and may cause discomfort, especially close to bedtime. The best time to enjoy red grapes is 1 to 2 hours before sleep, so their nutrients can circulate before the body settles fully into rest. But grapes hide a secret power most people never use, and it could change your mornings. Here's the truth, no kidney doctor explains clearly. Most people believe swelling in the morning is a direct sign of kidney weakness, but the real cause is usually overnight fluid trapping. When the body enters sleep, it slows movement, lowers muscle activity, and changes blood flow. If the blood becomes thicker from sugar, if the vessels tighten from sodium, or if circulation slows from inactivity, fluid begins to settle in the tissues instead of moving smoothly through the kidneys. By morning, this trapped fluid shows up as puffiness around the eyes, heaviness in the face, or tight fingers and ankles. The three main triggers are late-night sugar, excess sodium in the evening meal, and poor nighttime circulation. Even people who consider themselves healthy can experience this because the issue doesn't come only from kidney weakness. It comes from how the body handles waste and fluid during sleep. A sugary snack before bed thickens the blood slightly and raises the filtration load. A salty dinner causes the body to retain water. And poor circulation, especially in older adults or people who sit for long hours, prevents the kidneys from receiving steady blood flow. When these factors combine, the kidneys cannot move fluid out efficiently, leading to morning swelling even in people with no diagnosed kidney problem. The 4 fruits in this plan each solve a different part of the chain. Blueberries calm the vessels and lower inflammation. Tart cherries improve sleep quality and help the kidneys enter repair mode. Apples trap toxins in the gut, so fewer wastes reach the bloodstream. Red grapes improve circulation and reduce fluid buildup. Together they address inflammation, digestion, blood flow, and nighttime pressure. But one mistake can undo all of their benefits. That mistake is eating heavy meals or high-sodium foods late in the evening. Even if someone eats all 4 fruits correctly, a salty or oversized dinner can pull water into the tissues and block the kidney's ability to clear it. This leads to waking up swollen despite making healthy choices. So, how do you combine all 4 fruits correctly to unlock full overnight healing? If you want real change, by tomorrow morning, here's your exact plan. The 4 fruits work best when used in a simple schedule that supports digestion, blood flow, and kidney repair. Start by choosing 1 fruit for each evening based on your needs. Blueberries are best 1 to 2 hours before bed in a half-cup portion. They pair well with a spoon of plain yogurt or cottage cheese to keep blood sugar steady through the night. Tart cherries work best about 2 hours before sleep. Use half a cup of whole cherries or 4 to 6 ounces of diluted tart cherry juice mixed with equal parts water. This timing helps improve deep sleep while keeping sugar levels stable. Apples should be eaten earlier, around 2 to 3 hours before bed, because their fiber needs time to form a gel in the gut. Half of a medium apple or a small stewed apple works well. People with digestive sensitivity or older adults may prefer soft-cooked apples. Red grapes fit 1 to 2 hours before sleep in a half to 3/4 cup portion. They do not require pairings, but a few almonds or a small piece of cheese can help slow sugar absorption. A simple timing chart looks like this. 3 hours before bed, apple. 2 hours before bed, tart cherries. 1-2 hours before bed, blueberries or grapes. Choose only 1 fruit per night to avoid overeating and discomfort. People who must watch potassium should keep portions small and choose peeled apples when needed. Those with diabetes should monitor blood sugar after cherries or grapes and opt for smaller servings paired with protein. A 1-week starter guide can rotate the fruits. Apples on day 1, cherries on day 2, blueberries on day 3, grapes on day 4, and repeat. This keeps digestion steady and prevents boredom while giving the kidneys different types of support each night. But food cures nothing if your nighttime habits keep damaging your kidneys. Most kidney damage happens from habits people don't even notice. Late night, salty. Snacks are one of the biggest problems because salt pulls water into the tissues and raises blood pressure during sleep. This traps fluid and forces the kidneys to work harder instead of resting. Avoiding chips, crackers, packaged soups, and processed foods after evening hours can prevent this pressure. Big meals are another issue. When someone eats a heavy dinner close to bedtime, digestion slows and pushes more waste into the bloodstream during the night. This keeps the kidneys active when they should be repairing. Eating smaller evening meals and finishing dinner at least 3 hours before bed helps reduce that load. Sleeping dehydrated also harms kidney recovery. When the body lacks enough water, the blood becomes more concentrated, and the kidneys must filter harder. Drinking a small amount of water after dinner not too close to bedtime helps maintain balance without causing nighttime bathroom trips. Blood pressure surges at night are another hidden problem. Stress, late, caffeine, or heavy meals can raise blood pressure just as the body prepares to rest. This tightens blood vessels around the kidneys and interrupts their repair cycle. Avoiding caffeine after late afternoon, keeping dinner light, and managing stress before bed can help prevent these surges. Fixing these habits creates a calmer environment for kidney healing. Choosing light dinners, reducing salt in the evening, staying gently hydrated, and avoiding stimulants all support the body's natural repair window. Simple adjustments make it easier for the kidneys to release fluid instead of storing it in the tissues. Once these habits are fixed, something dramatic begins to happen. This is the part most viewers never expect but always feel. When the kidneys get the support they need for even 1 or 2 weeks, the difference becomes noticeable in daily life. Many people start waking up with better morning energy because their kidneys aren't fighting overnight pressure anymore. The heaviness that used to appear around the eyes or face begins to fade, and puffiness becomes less common. This happens because less fluid is trapped in the tissues and more is cleared naturally during sleep. Sleep rhythm also improves. When digestion is calmer, blood sugar is steadier, and circulation is smoother, the body can stay in deeper stages of sleep for longer periods. This results in fewer nighttime awakenings and a more refreshed feeling in the morning. People often describe a sense of calmness during the day because their body is under less stress and inflammation is lower. A small drop in the top blood pressure number is also common, as the body isn't dealing with constant nighttime surges. Lighter mornings are another sign of progress. Instead of waking up feeling stiff or swollen, the body starts to feel clearer and more balanced. Digestion also becomes smoother, which supports the kidneys further by reducing toxin load. These improvements build on each other, and each night becomes slightly more restorative than the one before. But healing the kidneys is not a 2-week journey, it's a lifetime shift. Your kidneys fight for you every night quietly, without asking for anything. They work through every hour of your sleep, protecting you even when you don't feel it. When you give them the right support, even small changes begin to add up. You don't need perfection to see progress. What matters is consistency, choosing one simple routine each night and repeating it until your body begins to respond. These fruits and habits are not meant to overwhelm you. They are steps that fit into real life, even on stressful days. If this information helped you understand your body better, or if it gave you even a small sense of control over your health, let me know by typing the word relief in the comments. Your feedback helps guide what I create next, and it also shows others that they're not alone in their kidney journey. A simple like or comment supports the channel and helps this message reach people who may be struggling without knowing why. Stay consistent, stay patient, and give your kidneys the nightly support they deserve. You'll be surprised by how much your body can heal when you simply stop working against it and start working with it. Because tomorrow morning, we reveal the breakfast food silently raising creatinine even in healthy people.